Sawyer here again. So where it says in the book of Revelations that people's hearts, or somewhere it says people's hearts will fail them for fear in that great day of wrath, the day of judgment, which that's going to end up being actually a day. It may last longer than a day, but I don't know that it has to. The next level doesn't generally like to prolong agony. They're not trying to punish people. They're just giving them the truth. And then that truth, because of their arrogance and refusal to even give it an ear, basically surfaces their hypocrisy. And they're tormented by that. People that never saw it, you know, I don't know if it's going to faze them. But I think, well, a lot of people are going to be freaked out by, because at the same time, I believe, it's going to be seen as a space alien attack by the reptilians that are using disguises. That's what I believe the space aliens are now trying to work with the governments in preparing for. And like that spiral in Norway, at the same time as there was that big environmental global warming conference, and then Obama got the Peace Prize. Well, that's a hotbed for what I would call the Luciferian hierarchy. The humans that are being used by the Luciferians. That includes Obama and includes everyone, to some degree, is used by the Luciferians, directly or indirectly. That's why it says everybody's a sinner, because anything short of giving our 100% to the next level and basically having human behaviors is like, G would always say, is like walking with one foot up on the curb and the other foot in the gutter, like up and down, up and down, up and down. That's what we do. That's what we do when we give into sensuality right now. That's what we do when we give into that's what we do when we, I just passed police and I was holding this camera up, so I wondered if they thought it was a cell phone. I'm in New York, and if they could see it. I don't know, I hope not. But, where was I? So, Obama is in on this. And that's why he's not putting more attention or well, I don't know. I'm not saying he's also potentially working for the next level. Okay? And his adversary that he's assigned is a Luciferian space alien. Well, that's what all the fallen angels are assigned to, the souls that all the human vehicles that were given souls in order to potentially become the host for an incoming soul of a saint, to take that vehicle through its overcoming and meet up with the older member is the start of that, even though people begin overcoming are in different stages of overcoming, sometimes from an early age. If you're trying to better yourself, you're kind of overcoming. You're fluffing off the past. You're trying to do something positive. If you're helping people, you know, you're doing something positive. That's less than self. If you're trying to not find yourself, you know, with strong habits and addictions to things that really deteriorate the mind and body, then you're moving ahead when you're keeping your body from those things. Oh man, that thing's driving me crazy. Someone mentioned the other day wondering whether the Phoenix Lights was the next level, and I suspect that it was not. Because the next level they don't give us a show. They don't just, until they're ready to do it, and at that time they're going to give us the big show, like I've been talking about. We're going to see their faces, potentially. The faces of the vehicles that they have. And I doubt they will look like space aliens, because that would frighten people, and people wouldn't relate that to being Tian-Do. So I suspect that what people are going to see is the faces of Tian-Do and students that they saw in the news. So anyway, I may be wrong about that, but that's what I think I got when I had that dream. So what I see happening in this regard is that anybody that talks positive about Tian-Do will certainly be on a hit list. I don't know. I believe that's true. But maybe the next level it would help keep some off that hit list for as long as possible, as long as we don't like force it. Try to, you know, force ourselves into a test circumstance. There's nothing wrong with zealotry for the next level. So nothing wrong with, you know, going after it, but I suggest learning the way Tien Do delivered information, which you can hear in the videos, the audios, the Beyond Human series, and in the audios that I posted on YouTube. You can hear the way they talk. There's no condemnation of anybody, but there is plain talk about consequences to our actions. And look at the way look at the example of what Jesus said to people. I don't know who he was talking to at the time when he was talking about the hypocrites in the religious community, Pharisees and the Sadducees and the scribes, the publicans. But see, but calling everybody down, I think that's, you know, like feeding into a human way of thinking. To be just, you know, like for the preachers that go out and they start, you know, but you notice that the preachers that I've heard on the street, they aren't quoting Jesus that much. They're usually reading things from Paul or from Isaiah or the Old Testament, Micah, you know, because those are the real calling down on people. And of course, it's just not the next level way to really be focused on that. It's to be aware of it and certainly talk about it openly. Like the other day when I was told that I didn't understand the Trinity, and I said to the person, "You sound like a Catholic." And they said, "Well, I used to be a Catholic, but they're not a Catholic now. They're born again." Anyway, but and the Trinity is, my understanding, which I believe is the most accurate understanding that we can have, is that represents the structure of the next level, where you have older members, younger members, Father, Son, and the Holy Mind, the information, the Spirit, what I call it, that that is the blood, the lifeblood of every member of the next level. It's what they want to occupy their minds with. It's the mind. It comes from the chief, and it goes to the chiefs under the chief, and then it goes to the older members under the chiefs of the chiefs. You know, the chiefs of the chiefs of the chiefs. So, and we don't understand much about that, but we can understand that that's the structure. And all three are one, yet because they want to be one. They're tied together by that Holy Spirit, that mind, that Holy Ghost, the Holy Soul, the soul is the unseen pocket that is the container for the next level mind. And that's what is a power supply. That's why if that is hovering on you, if the next level is giving you some of that by their presence, or if you brought a certain amount of that into your consciousness and you were expressing it to other people, then that mind can be visible in the air. I saw that mind in the air around Tiando and around students that were giving talks. On many occasions. Well, I'll continue this.